Amy.
Hi, Taylor.
Welcome to
Much Ado About Some Shit,
where every week Ramy tries to convince me to watch garbage television by walking me through garbage TV. I just realized what's different about you, and it's your light-ass eyebrows.
Yeah.
I've been looking at
no
your
eyebrows.
face this whole time. I was like, is it because you're not wearing your glasses? No.
Fair.
So this week we are on to season 8.
8.
Of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a content-heavy season.
Oh, God.
There's a lot to get through.
Oh, no.
So,
Rip me editing in the future.
yes.
Pour one out for her. She's going to need it.
Rip editing, Taylor. Okay, so we're going to do the regular things, although I kind of want our naming ceremony to be a little quick.
Okay.
We're going to do some quick fire.
First name that pops into my head, no hesitation.
Yeah.
All right. For those listening, you can see the photos of the people we're talking about on our Instagram at Much Ado Some Shit, or on the YouTube version of our podcast, Much Ado About Some Shit. It's not crucial to the plot. It's just a fun little thing we like to do.
Yeah. It's helpful.
And it helps me know who the fuck we're talking about.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's this?
Michelle.
Dana.
Okay. Cool.
How do you think she's involved?
New hostess?
She's a hostess at Tom Tom.
Oh, cool. Why is it always new hostess? I've stopped guessing waitress because it's always hostess.
Fair enough. Who's this?
Adrian.
Oh, wow. I feel like that fits somehow.
Okay.
No, this is Max.
Okay. Wouldn't guess Max. Anyway.
Right? Yeah. How do you think he's involved?
Bartender.
No.
Okay.
He's a manager at Tom Tom.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Who's this?
Lily.
Danica.
Okay. All right.
Weird names, remember.
Right.
Yeah. How do you think?
New hostess.
She's actually a new manager at Sir.
Cool.
Yeah. Who's this guy?
Daniel.
I feel like that's close, but it's not. It's Brett.
Oh, man, I guess Brett sometimes.
You do.
Damn it.
Yeah, we finally get Brett.
We finally got a Brett. Shit.
Yeah.
He does look like a Brett, too.
Right.
That's what I get for rapid fire. Anyway.
How do you think he's involved?
Bartender.
No, he is actually a waiter at Sir.
Oh.
Yeah. Who's this?
Karen.
Charlie.
Oh, there's a C or K sound there.
How do you think she's involved?
Hostess.
Waitress.
Oh, man.
Right? This is the only season
This is the only season where we get new
waitresses.
waitresses. Oh, man. All right.
Yeah. So this is the season that Jax and Brittany get married.
No,
Yeah.
they went through with it. Oh, Brittany. Tell me you didn't sign a prenup, girl. Take his
I
shit
hope
and
they
run.
did. In
I want
some
her
way.
I want her to take his shit and run.
Absolutely. What I find interesting about these photos, too, and I looked through quite a few photos, there's no photos of him, like, looking
At her. Yeah, I believe it. I'm very drawn to that picture where she's looking up at him and he is looking away. Not a single one of him looking at her.
No.
Rip.
Yeah.
Girl, your mama did not teach you right. I'm so sorry.
Here's the thing. So when everything was kind of airing, people were really on Brittany's side. And people were like, dude, get away from Jax. He's not a good person. All
Yeah.
of this. Here's the thing. She is choosing to stay.
She has, repeatedly. And she said over and over, I don't deserve to be treated like this, and still she stayed. So, like, there is something wrong there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, she's an adult and can make her own decisions.
Yeah.
But I still have pity in my soul.
Understandable.
Because there is some deep, well, we saw a glimpse of her mom. And that explained a lot right there.
Yes.
Yeah, there's something there that's keeping her from running. So
I wonder what it could be.
Oh, it could be. She just made money symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure this and the People magazine exclusive pays a lot better than Hooters.
Yeah, I mean, my sympathy's dwindling, but I'm a very sympathetic person.
Yeah, that's kind of how
Like everyone in this show I feel a little bit bad for, except for Jax. He can get fucked.
Oh yeah, totally. Absolutely.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, what?
So some
Fresh
preseason
hell.
things.
Oh God.
Tom and Ariana, Katie and Schwartz, Jax and Brittany, and Kristen all bought houses.
Must be nice.
Yep. All of the couples basically bought the same house. They're all like new style farmhouses in Valley Village.
Copy pasta.
Yeah. Kristen's is a very small little house in Valley Village that's not that like new farm.
Okay, so
house
only
style.
$1 million house instead of a $5 million
Yes,
house.
exactly.
Wow.
Katie and Schwartz and Jackson Brittany both opted to, I guess this is a thing. You can buy these houses with stage furniture.
All right.
They both did that.
Okay.
Tom and Ariana, what's happening behind the scenes that we're not really like
Privy to.
Yeah, is they decided to not buy furniture. They're getting all custom pieces.
Okay.
And a lot of what they're doing this for is they're getting a cocktail book.
Oh, they're publishing a book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So they wanted to kind of use the space and the new custom furniture as like photo shoots for this book.
Okay.
It'll come into play a little bit because they have no furniture this season.
Cool.
Yeah. When you want to go over to Sandoval and Ariana's place, it's BYOC. Bring your own chair.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
You couldn't have gotten just like a couch?
No.
Like the whole place had to be set dressing?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Oh, God.
Okay. James and Raquel have moved in together.
Okay.
And then before the season starts, Max and Sheena were dating.
Okay.
The new guy. They went on dates. They had pictures taken together. In just pure Sheena fashion, she bought him an Apple Watch.
Okay.
And then he ghosts her. Remember the penguin last season?
Yeah, I remember the penguin. I remember the penguin very much. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Does he know?
So then we also have all of our newbies, Max, Dana, Charlie, Brett, and Danica. So by the time the season starts, Brett and Sheena are best friends.
Cool.
Remember how that turned out?
I do.
Yeah.
Goes through a lot of best friends.
A lot of best man friends.
Yeah. Poor girl.
Yeah. Sheena just wants like,
She just wants love. She has not had a good run.
no.
She probably needs to take a break from relationships for a while.
Yeah, probably.
But what fun is that?
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. Okay, so the season's going to start finally. Do you want to hear about how Stassi, Katie, and Brittany are mad at Kristen? Or do you want to talk about Sheena and the new people?
Let's gang up on Kristen.
Perfect. So Stassi's mad at Kristen because Kristen broke up with her boyfriend,
Okay.
Carter.
The stare. The stare.
But she won't like cut him off completely.
Okay.
So they're still like talking. He still has shit at her house, even though she's moving.
Okay.
So Stassi, Katie, and Brittany are all like, dude, shut the fuck up about this guy.
Oh.
You're broken up. I don't want to hear about it.
Sure.
And Kristen is like, damn, okay. So that's fun.
Fun.
So Sheena is mingling with the new people. She is saying that she doesn't like Max anymore. So Max and Dana have been sleeping together, really, is what's happening. And Sheena is like, oh yeah, I don't like Max, but she's still like giving Dana a hard time and is making her do the shit work that Stassi made her do.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a point she has to train both Dana and Charlie, and she spends all of her time with Charlie.
That's not cool, Sheena.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Right.
Come on. It feels very middle school.
Yeah. Okay, so now Stassi, fuck. Stassi's releasing a book. It's a New York Times bestseller.
No.
I feel like the term New York Times bestseller, it's such a like shit title anymore. Like it doesn't mean anything.
It just means you're famous.
It's like saying organic. I don't know. So Stassi has been doing a book tour, and she decides to end this book tour at Tom Tom.
Okay.
So she goes through, she like asks Lisa, she asks Schwartz. Nothing is brought to Sandoval's attention or Max's attention, really.
Okay. So why isn't management communicating?
Right? Exactly.
Great. That's bound to be a fun place to work.
Right?
Love it when management doesn't talk to each other.
So much fun.
Ugh.
So Schwartz like assures Stassi that they like have everything handled. He assures Sandoval that everything is handled. But at like 3 a.m. the day before, and this isn't like a night thing. This is more of like an afternoon, like starts at 1 o'clock thing. So 3 a.m. prior, they find out that they don't have any bartenders. So Sandoval ends up rage texting Stassi for not including him in the planning.
Mm-hmm.
At Stassi's book party, they found some bartenders.
Uh-huh.
However, I believe these are also the same bartenders that have to work that night.
Oh, no.
So,
Yikes.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a miserable place to work.
Yeah, a little bit.
Jesus Christ.
Probably just when filming, mostly.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
But also, kind of the whole thing was a publicity stunt, so there's that.
I mean, yeah, but management this shitty is going to make your life hell.
Right, yeah.
People don't quit jobs, they quit managers.
Mm-hmm. So,
Why would she trust Schwartz with anything?
Stassi and Schwartz are like,
dude gets lost going to the bathroom.
Right? So at the book party, Stassi starts screaming at Sandoval.
Cool, classy.
Yeah.
Be
her own party.
Nice, chill book party, you know.
But they're also probably living for watching filming. So
probably. That's why they're there, not for the book.
Pretty much. Yeah. This all happens, and Sandoval is ultimately in the wrong in Lisa's eyes. Because, yeah, they didn't go through the right things and all of this, but she's a client. So you have to be nice to the client.
Lisa.
Stop this shit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So now we're going to go to Miami.
Yay. Everything good happens on trips.
Mm-hmm. It's Jackson Brittany's combined bachelorette parties.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So on this trip, Ariana calls Schwartz out for not pulling his weight with shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't handle the schedule.
Uh-huh.
We can't have bartenders working over 8 hours.
Like that's awful.
Yeah. Like, get your shit together.
Jesus.
At one point, too, Schwartz was like, oh, if it comes down to it, I'll bartend. And Sandoval is like, we are not bartending at our own restaurant.
Well, if it's between asking your employees to work just super overtime because you didn't prepare or pulling the weight yourself, you do it your own goddamn self.
Right.
I don't care if it's your restaurant. I disagree with Sandoval there.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's fun. And creates some tension between the Toms and also Katie and Ariana.
Going into business with a friend is usually a bad idea.
Yeah.
Unless you're both very, well, we're doing all right because we're both contributed.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to do your shit.
Yeah, you gotta be conscientious about pulling your weight.
Exactly.
Oof.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Good luck, boys.
We'll get back to it.
I'm sure.
So also in Miami, they're going out every night and doing things. The Bachelorette.
Cocaine.
Yes. Lots of cocaine, lots of alcohol.
Cocaine. Yep.
They all dress in tacky wedding dresses and go out to bars. It's kind of cute and fun.
That is fun.
While shopping for tacky dresses, Sheena is like, I could always just wear my own. People thought mine were tacky.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sheena.
Right? It was ahead of its time.
Your aunt made you that dress.
Yeah, that too.
That's, it's what you wanted for your wedding, and that's okay.
Yeah. While they're out doing this, Brittany has a meltdown.
She's learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brittany has a meltdown because at one of the clubs they go to, they have this giant marquee. And it says, "Don't do it, Brittany." Yeah. And at first she thinks it's really funny. And then Kristen comes up to her and is like, hey, that's really disrespectful. So then Brittany is like, why can't they respect our relationship? Just let it go. Yeah.
All right.
It's fun.
I have nothing to say to that.
Yeah. Back in LA, in WeHo, Danica and Dana sit down, I think with like Raquel and probably Charlie is there. They're like talking about, work and their coworkers. And Danica is like, Max is really thirsty. I had a birthday party and Max went home with 2 girls and slept with them both.
Sounds like his thirst quenched.
And I mean, Dana's like pursuing him. So it's a little like, ooh.
Well, that should probably tell you what you need to know right there.
Right.
If you're pursuing somebody and they, go home with 2 other people, probably not going to want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
You got to want the same things.
Mm-hmm.
So him wanting something else is not a character flaw. It's just he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
Get it, Max?
Yeah. Okay, back in Miami.
Oh, gosh.
The Toms have a discussion and they make up over Stassi's book party fiasco.
Okay.
They're basically like, you're good at things, I'm good at things, we need to like work better on those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. They're dressed as old men.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
I guess there's no better time to have the Mr. Rogers talk. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So then at a dinner, Katie and Kristen have this huge fight.
Okay.
Because Stassi and Katie are tired of Kristen talking about Carter. And Kristen ends up saying, she's like, you guys aren't there for me. I'm going through a rough time with this breakup. And Katie, I was there for you when Tom was fucking around on you. And this like sets Katie off. She's like, excuse me? They have this weird fight at the dinner table. Like nobody can talk because they're yelling at each other.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just real awkward.
Dinner. I mean, okay. For a second there, I was feeling sympathy for Kristen. Because it's like, okay, I don't like her as a person, but that doesn't mean she doesn't deserve support.
Totally.
But you can't go doing that. Like, when you're asking for help, you can't throw a barb like that in there.
I guess.
You're either asking for help or you're picking a fight. You can't do the same. You can't do both at the same time. So she...
What the fuck? You just ruined everything that my little Aries heart wants to do.
Yeah, well, you got to make your choice. Fight or ask for help.
Okay.
And if you do them both at the same time, well, you get the fight.
Right, yeah.
2 fights and 0 support.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's Miami.
Okay.
Katie and Kristen are on real bad terms.
Yeah.
Leaving. It's great. Everyone else is kind of okay. Oh, I do also need to mention. So Jax has been really mad at Tom Sandoval for not being there for him this year. He's getting married.
Oh. Yeah, because Jax, you were so supportive of him. You slept with his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
While they were dating.
I forgot about that.
I didn't.
I forget about it every once in a while. It's wild.
Yep. I mean, there's so much shit. It's like
Right.
remembering a specific turd.
Yeah. Truly. Yeah, Jax is just like, you're not a good friend. Fuck you, Tom.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
He's a work in progress.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So we come back. And it's Pride. Really, the biggest thing about Pride is that Raquel gets in trouble for missing her shift at Sir so that she can watch James DJ at Tom Tom.
Nope.
The only reason she does this, though, is because James calls Raquel and is like, why aren't you here? Fuck you. You missed my whole set.
James,
he still has more of this set.
Jesus Christ. So
Yeah.
Lisa shuffled him over from Sir to Tom Tom.
Well, it wasn't even that because Lisa is still like not.
Okay, Lisa's still not on
employing
his
James.
side.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So the Toms did it.
Yes.
And James is still being a little bitch baby. Wow.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah. So then we get some more wedding stuff real fast. Lisa confronts Jax and Brittany because their pastor that they're having marry them. Homophobic and transphobic tweets have been found from this pastor.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Lisa is like, hey, what the fuck? And Jax and Brittany are like, oh my God, we didn't know about this. It's going to be really hard, but we want to drop him. And then we have to like find somebody else. It's 2 weeks before their wedding.
Okay. Plenty of pastors out there.
Right? Yeah. It's Brittany's like childhood pastor.
And she knew how he was.
Right? So they end up dropping this pastor and they get Lance Bass to like officiate their wedding.
Who is this?
It's Lance fucking Bass, dude. In sync.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I forgot about everybody who wasn't Justin Timberlake. Sorry.
Oh my God. Yeah, so they get Lance Bass.
So they got an upgrade.
Yes, big upgrade.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. However, Sandoval pulls Jax aside and is like, hey, why did it take Lisa coming to you guys and pointing this out for you to change
neither of them
this?
are allies.
Basically.
They were just hoping to not get caught.
Right. This is where some shady editing comes in, and it's beautiful. Because Ariana is like, oh, this was Ariana's first Pride as an out bisexual woman.
Nice.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
Good for her. Bi wife energy.
Yes, bi wife energy. That's definitely Sandoval.
I love that so much.
Anyway, in a confessional, Ariana is like, they knew about this months ago.
Oh, yeah.
And they show footage from a Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, where he like interviews these Bravo celebrities.
Bravo celebrities.
And like other actual celebrities too. And someone calls in and is like, hey, Brittany, what about these like tweets from this pastor? And she's like, says something
dismissive.
No, it's actually like they like start clapping.
Ew.
Yeah. But then you see Ariana just being like, like a big old eye roll. It's great. So Sandoval confronts Jax about this. And Jax is like, I'm not talking about this. Why would you bring this up to me?
I can't justify it, so I'm going to make this seem like you're being unjustified.
Exactly.
Classic.
Jax fires Sandy as his best man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. I would love to not have to go to that wedding.
Fair enough. They also have to go to Kentucky.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, those of you who are in Kentucky and are cool.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, sounds like you got out of a shit situation, Sandy.
Just about, yeah. So with the newbies, Dana breaks up with Max because she heard that he had dinner with another girl.
Were they actually dating?
Okay. They weren't dating. Sorry.
Oh.
They weren't dating. They were exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Dana, I feel like you were pursuing somebody who was never interested in you back.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You gotta know your audience.
Right.
Man.
Yeah. Well, and Dana throughout a lot of the season is like, I hold myself to a pretty high standard. If nobody loves me how I love me, I'm not fucking with it. But also,
You might want to examine how you love yourself.
Yeah,
my
true.
dear. Trying real hard not to spiral into armchair psychology. I'm trying.
we don't have time.
We don't have time. Go to therapy. Moving on.
Right. So Britt and Charlie end up going on a horrible date. And people blame Sheena for sabotaging this date, but also it's because Brett literally only talks about his ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not Sheena's doing.
Right. Yeah.
That would be Brett.
It's wild. Fun times there.
Love it.
So because Sandoval was fired as Jax's best man, Ariana is now really unsure how things are going to go because she's a bridesmaid for Brittany.
No, you're not.
Right?
Even at that wedding party.
Right? Yeah, and she's like not even sure if she wants to go as like a guest.
Yeah.
Because she would just be really uncomfortable without her partner.
I think if your partner gets fired from the wedding party, I think you're good to just moonwalk out of there.
Right, yeah. However, everybody's like pressuring Jax to forgive Sandoval because they're like, you guys have been friends for like almost 30 years. You're going to look back on this day and he's not going to be there and you're going to be sad about it.
Time sunk fallacy.
Yeah. Jax ends up just forgiving Sandoval. He's like, yeah, I forgive you. And then in a confessional, we got to a confessional and Jax is like, I'm not over it. It's just easier.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So Sandoval is reinstated as one of his best men. Tom Schwartz is now Tom number one.
Whatever.
Yeah. Tom Schwartz is like, we see him talk to Katie and he's like, being best man is a lot of work. I don't know. That's a lot of stress and I don't know if I can handle it.
My whole spiel is being a himbo.
Yeah,
what
basically.
do I do? No, calling him a himbo is kind of an insult to himbos.
Yeah.
Honestly,
We
sorry,
apologize to himbos everywhere.
Yes. Schwartz is just a hot mess.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to travel to Kentucky. However, when we're still in WeHo, James and Raquel. So Raquel goes on a night out and she gets really drunk. She passes out. She leaves her phone on the table. Doesn't text James. So James rage texts Raquel.
Of course he does.
Calling her names like slut and whore.
Nice.
Yeah. And everybody's like, what the fuck?
Just keeps the classiness coming. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So she ends up giving him an ultimatum to stop drinking.
Okay.
She's like, you have to stop or we're going to break up.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, he probably should stop drinking.
Absolutely.
Normally, I'm like, no ultimatums. Ultimatums are bad. In this case, I'm going to make an exception.
Yeah.
Because this boy needs to get it together.
Seriously.
Like, I know he has it rough with his parents and all, but you need to get it together, son.
Well, and his mom has been doing a lot better. She's like 8 months sober or something.
Good. Yeah. I mean, James doesn't have it easy, but that's not an excuse to treat people like that.
Exactly. So yeah, right before Jax and Brittany get married in Kentucky. Holy fuck. Okay. they're at a castle that's in Kentucky. It's been Brittany's dream.
Just your classic Kentucky castle.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been her dream forever, and it's called Versailles.
Okay.
But because it's Kentucky, they call it Versailles.
Okay. All right. Sure.
I called it Versailles when I was like 12 and in my Marie Antoinette phase.
Oh, sure.
But I was 12.
Yeah. My mom spoke French, so I knew French pronunciations of things.
Yeah. So before they get married at this castle, Jax ends up spilling the beans that Katie and Schwartz are not legally married.
Okay.
So what had happened was, for some reason, it was Schwartz's responsibility to take care of the marriage license and like go file it.
That makes it all make sense immediately. Right. It was Schwartz's responsibility. Full stop. End of sentence. Everything makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're not legally married.
So have they been accidentally committing tax fraud the last couple years?
Right.
Or
Good question.
Did Katie know?
Right. Well, everybody is like, yeah, why wasn't there a thing with the taxes? They were filing as married, filing separate.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that saved them.
Right. But they're going to go get married. Lisa's like, well, let's just all go down to Vegas and we'll stay at Caesars, which has the Vanderpump cocktail garden. Okay. And get married there.
Marriage the second time. Okay.
Yeah. Marriage take 2.
Yep.
But Jax and Brittany get married. They go through with it.
Okay.
At the wedding, Stassi like is pressuring Beau a little bit. She's like, hey, when are we going to get married? I'm going to do this and this when we get married and stuff like that. Yeah.
Is he receptive?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been kind of funky through this whole wedding thing because of Kristen also being in the bridesmaids.
Sure.
And Stassi and Katie are like, yeah, we're done with Kristen. However, they have a contract to work with Kristen for a while.
Oh.
They started a wine company.
Okay.
It's the Witches of WeHo wine.
Oh, they turned their coven into a capitalism. Cool. Little witch heart is just shriveling in sadness right now. Okay.
Yeah. So they have to have this wine party for their second potion.
Okay.
And they can't cut Kristen completely until that happens. So,
cool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't dislike Kristen as much as I used to because she's just kind of been there in the background for the last several years. So it's like, other people are being more actively vitriolic.
Okay, so new people. So Danica has supposedly been talking shit about Max. So Max attempts to, he's like 86th Danica from Tom Tom. He has been waiting for her to come into Tom Tom so that he can go up to her and be like, yo, you gotta leave. You are banned. But at a birthday party, they have a discussion and Max like tells her this basically. And Danica's like, well, I'm never coming into Tom Tom then. Yeah. So it didn't fucking work.
Yeah. Stumble on the power play there, bud.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
James meets with Lisa. And James is newly sober. He actually went to an AA meeting.
Okay.
He's like doing it. He's committing.
Good. I hope he does.
Right? Yeah. But Lisa is like, oh, this is a really good step. I'm proud of you for doing this. And James is like, so can I come back to serve? And Lisa's like, no.
Yeah. Good job, Lisa.
You have to be sober for longer than 30 days.
Yeah. You gotta prove that that you're not gonna keep lashing out at people when you're drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I hope he does it, but good for Lisa for not just handing it over.
Right, yeah. Okay, it's a funeral for Dog.
Oh.
D-A-U-G. Dog was like a bearded dragon that Schwartz had for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
But dog died. And it's really funny. We have a funeral for Dog at the Mondrian, poolside. Okay. And they have this big poster. And it's got Dog and like a vignette, you know? And then it says Dog 2019 to 2019. It's so good. Oh, and everybody, Sandoval brings
beautiful idiot.
Sandoval brings like shitty malt liquor.
Yeah.
And they're like, pour one out for Dog. So they do that and like.
At a poolside.
And then people like say things and Max goes up and is like, I didn't know you very well, Dog, but you were great. And you brought a lot of joy to Schwartz. And Schwartz, okay, so Schwartz is doing this eulogy and he's like, man, I really loved Dog. I thought, lizards have a really long lifespan, so we were going to spend our lives together. And oh, sorry guys, the fishbowl's coming. So they bought a fishbowl for everybody to share at this funeral for a lizard.
What? This is amazing.
Right?
I would have absolutely gone to this.
Yeah. So good. Okay, while we're also discussing Dog's funeral,
God.
we cut to Schwartz in like a spare bedroom of his, and he's like playing on a piano, and he's like, this is a good beat. How are you doing, Dog? Dog? And we get a voiceover of Schwartz being like, I thought he was just really depressed. But he was dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
My face hurt.
Good.
This is amazing. I mean,
It's so good.
losing pets is hard.
Mm-hmm.
But the execution of all of this is phenomenal.
So fucking funny.
Yep, I would absolutely go to this.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man. All right. So, Sandoval and Max, it's Jax's birthday. It's his 40th birthday. So Sandoval and Max decide to toilet paper Jax's house, which starts a prank war.
Okay.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Lala's man, Rand?
Yeah.
So first of all, Rand and Lala are engaged.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tinky Winky.
So as a birthday present for Jax, Rand organizes a prank to have Sandoval arrested. So they
What?
they're partying, and then they all go back to Sandoval and Ariana's house, and there's a knock on the door, and it's police.
Quote unquote.
They're actors.
Yeah.
Because Rand's in the film industry, and they arrest Tom. And then, obviously he doesn't get arrested.
Right. They don't go anywhere.
Yeah. They're just like, this is payback.
Oh.
Don't toilet paper people's houses. And that's it.
Good prank war, guys.
Yep.
Cool.
It's great. So, do you want to hear about Beau and some plans for Stassi, or do you want to hear about Kristen being sad?
No. Pick whichever. I don't care.
So Beau tells Katie and Schwartz that he's going to propose to Stassi.
Okay.
He's got rings. He's got this whole plan. Stassi wants to go mausoleum shopping.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We stand a morbid bitch.
Yeah. So he's going to have a rock or something with the ring in it.
Okay.
Placed in this graveyard and do it there.
All right.
Yeah.
I love a graveyard proposal. I have no notes. This is amazing.
Okay, so Kristen finds out that she's not invited to Tom and Katie's second wedding, and she's pretty upset about that.
They're making it an actual wedding.
basically.
Jesus.
Well, it's like this
Christ.
weird wedding. Okay, so we're getting into the wedding anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They get remarried. They like rent a chapel in Vegas.
Okay.
They have Sandoval and Stassi officiate.
Okay.
Stassi is dressed in like a slutty nun costume.
I love it.
And Sandoval is like a version of himself, but Elvis.
Nice.
It's basically just, Stassi, Bo. I think Jax and Brittany are there. Max is there for some fucking reason. Tom and Ariana, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
Sheena isn't, though. Yeah, that's about it. I think Katie's wearing like a cute white cocktail dress. Schwartz, I can't remember what he's wearing. It's nothing special.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So Kristen's sad.
Mm-hmm. About not being there.
Just end of sentence.
End of sentence.
Okay.
Back in WeHo, Danica calls Brett out. So Brett asked Dana out on a date. Brett and Max are like really good friends.
Okay.
So Danica is like, why would you date your friend Max's ex-girlfriend exclusiveness?
Because it sounds
Dana.
like Max was never interested in her.
Right? Yeah.
What the hell?
It's weird.
This is the most middle school bullshit I've heard on this show in a while. I mean, usually it's really stupid, but this is like a 7th grade scenario right here.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
It's wild. So, Sheena goes over to Dana's house because it's been Dana's birthday. Her and Brett kissed at her birthday party.
Okay.
But Sheena hires a psychic for Dana so that she can talk to her dead mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does Dana feel about this?
She's very uncomfortable.
Yep. If somebody did that for me so I could talk to my mom, I think I would leave.
Shit. I gotta make a phone call. Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that she did that, Dana.
Right.
That's
yeah.
very uncomfortable.
It's so awkward.
Probably well-meaning, but don't do that.
Yeah. So then Bo proposes to Stassi in a graveyard.
I'm not a fan of Stassi, but I like this morbid shit that's going on.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Carter texts Bo and is like, hey, you guys need to thank Kristen because she set you guys up and you treat her like shit.
Carter, what are you doing here?
Right? Jax is like, he's trying to get points from Kristen.
Yeah, he
for
is.
defending her.
Yep.
So.
Weird.
Yeah.
Carter gives me the heebies a little bit.
Fair. Absolutely.
Like, I don't know what his game is, but I don't like it.
Fair. Yeah, it's weird.
Uh-huh.
So then Brett films a sexy music video with Sheena.
Okay.
Because she's getting back into music.
All right.
But Brett expresses later that he feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, Sheena's pursuing him a little aggressively.
Yeah. He agreed to this months ago when they were kind of having a thing.
Uh-huh.
And
now he's having a thing with Dana.
Yeah.
And Sheena, what are you doing?
right. Well, and it's like the whole song, she calls it a baby making song.
Oh, okay.
And it's all just very sexual. And the music video is them like humping and her
that's
like
kind of
biting
what
his ear and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sheena, hun, what are you doing?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's fun. Okay. Jax is mean to people. Shocker.
Shock.
And Brittany is like, sorry.
You married him. You have to apologize for him now.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. You have everything he does now reflects back on you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun.
Yep.
Yikes.
Lisa meets up with James again.
Okay.
James is at Sir. They're like having a little dinner. And he's like, yeah, I kind of think about what it would be like if Raquel and I worked here at the same time. Like how neat that would be.
No. Hard no.
And Lisa's like, you know what? I don't have a DJ tonight. So why don't you get up there? And he starts DJing at Sir again.
Okay. How long is he still?
He's been sober.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long, you think?
At this point, it's like 60 days, 80 days.
Okay. All right.
Something like that.
I guess it's worth a chance then. But if he fucks up again, that's... Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd start by having him work the same shift as his girlfriend, though, but
Right.
she's also running a reality show, so what can you do?
Exactly. So Jax has this pool party, And for some reason, because Jax and Sandoval aren't on great terms, Sandoval is like, I'm going to throw a competing pool party on the same day.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, that's some beautifully petty bullshit.
Yes, it's great. Jax has been a psychopath again.
Well, sociopath, but yes.
Yes, yeah. So Stassi confronts him and is like, you need to get your shit together.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I'm trying.
No, you're not.
No, he's not.
You're not trying.
He's like going to the gym like 3 times a day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's not gonna fix this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exercise is good for mental health, but 3 times a day
is excessive.
Yeah.
And could potentially be classified as an eating disorder.
Yep.
At Sandoval's pool party, so Kristen is talking to Ariana.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen is like, Sheena was telling me that Stassi was talking shit about your guys' house and how there's no furniture in it.
I mean, that is weird, guys.
Right.
Like, I would probably talk... Well, I wouldn't do it, like, behind somebody's back. I'd be like, y'all need to get... I mean,
yeah.
But how I am with my friends...
It would be like a playful, like, hey, when are y'all going to get a couch?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wouldn't be mean-spirited. It'd be like, so you're going to get a fucking couch or what?
Yeah. When's that getting delivered?
What's the timeline? What's the ETA on the couch situation? You know, it was not malicious. Just
here's
like,
my chair. Can I leave it here?
Can I leave my chair here? You know? It'd be ribbing.
Absolutely.
That's how we communicate. You know? That's okay. So we're back to Kristen telling people other people are talking about them.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Back to form.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did anything come of that?
We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ariana's pissed. She's like, well, sorry that I didn't buy my house with furniture in it to look like every other boring bitch.
Okay. Okay. Everybody calm down.
Yeah. So then we cut to Dana has a comedy show.
Okay.
So they go to a restaurant after the comedy show. There's a bunch of people there. I'm only going to talk about a couple of them.
Sure.
Lala and Sheena start stirring the pot because they're like, what's happening between Dana, Brett, and Max?
It is ridiculous.
Yes. So prior to this, Max told Dana that he like still had feelings for her.
Okay, Max, you gotta let people off your hook.
Right. Well, and he's super vague about it too. He doesn't say like, I still have feelings for you. He's like, I'm always gonna feel some type of way, but like I don't want to be with you.
Yeah,
and
see,
like,
he's trying to let her down easy. That's a misstep.
Right, yeah.
She's like actively pursuing you. You are not interested. You gotta catch and release. Mm-hmm. You gotta do the release part.
Yeah, because Max is like mad that Brett and Dana kissed.
Okay,
and
Max,
like
you can't have it both ways.
It's
my guy.
so weird. And Brett is like,
down.
it doesn't matter that like he's my friend and like I'm dating his ex. Like that happens all the time back in Jersey.
Okay,
it's so weird.
Can't speak to Jersey. But whatever.
Basically what ends up happening, though, is Brett yells at the table that he doesn't have feelings for Dana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What?
Right.
The fuck are the newbies doing?
Right.
This is like clumsy drama.
Right. Yeah.
The others have practice.
Yes. Yeah.
And cocaine.
Yes. Basically what happens, though, is Dana, like, forgives Brett and is like, I know that didn't come out the way that you meant it to.
Dana.
I know that, like, it's too early. You're interested in me, but you don't have feelings for me.
Dana.
Yeah. Walk away.
Walk away. Girl. Girl. Girl.
Girl.
Girl. Okay. We've got Brittany 2.0 over here.
Basically. But Max and Brett are good. They're like, yep,
all right,
we're cool. Okay, so we're getting towards the end here. This is all like the last episode because it's the 1-year anniversary party for Tom Tom.
Okay.
So Max and Brett are all good. They're like, cool, we're good. Dana and Max are enemies.
Okay.
They're like cutting ties.
Okay, probably good.
Yeah. Ariana confronts Stassi. Stassi is like, I didn't say that. Like, I didn't say the things that Sheena said I said.
That Sheena said she said?
Yeah, because what had happened was Sheena was texting Kristen that Stassi had said these things.
Jesus Christ,
I know.
This is gossip telephone. What the fuck?
We flash back. It wasn't Stassi who said it. It was Lala.
I need to lie down. All right. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ariana and Stassi are fine now.
I'm so disoriented from all of that.
That's fair.
Wow.
Okay. I have to mention someone who we haven't really talked about at all.
Charlie?
Nope. Oh, Charlie's great. I love Charlie.
Okay, cool. She's been out of all of this, so
Right, yeah.
that means she's better.
Right.
Okay.
So remember our little trip to Vegas for Tom and Schwartz's, or Katie and Schwartz's wedding?
Yes.
So there's like a weird mini Sheena that works at the Vanderpump cocktail garden there.
Okay.
She looks just like Sheena.
Okay.
And like laughs like her and all of this shit. Her and Max have sex in Vegas. The Hollywood Reporter, I believe, is doing this spotlight on Lisa and her business. So Lisa recruits different people to represent her different businesses. Lala is there representing Vanderpump Dogs.
Okay.
She's been volunteering there.
Okay.
And she brings Mini Sheena from Vegas over as well.
Okay.
Mini Sheena from Vegas starts like getting in on Ariana and Stassi's conversation. So Danica is like, yo, fuck off. Like, you're not part of this conversation. Get out.
Sure.
This results in Danica pushing Mini Sheena.
Oh, there's the assault of the season.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah.
Don't do assault.
Don't do assault.
Or cocaine for that matter.
Yes. So Lisa ends up sending Danica home
Okay.
from Tom Tom.
Yeah.
And Max is like, finally.
Okay.
So Kristen pulls Stassi and Katie aside and is like, I want to talk about our friendship. I've been really sad this summer. And Stassi and Katie are like, you're being emotionally manipulative.
I don't know the full story here.
Right.
And with Kristen, kind of inclined to believe them, but
Kristen is an unreliable narrator.
yeah, she is. But also, like, she's asking for help in a sincere way. You can lay out boundaries and still offer help rather than just being like,
Yeah, exactly. So this makes Stassi declare that Witches of WeHo, once their contract is up, they're not going back into business with each other.
okay, yeah, probably wise.
Jax and Sandoval then have a talk, and they basically decide to take a break from each other.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, this has become like a relationship. It's too much. So then Lisa goes up to Jax and tells Jax that maybe they won't be friends forever. And like, that's okay. Like, things happen. Jax is like, you don't understand, Lisa. This isn't just a show. Like, these are my real friends. And this is why my show is successful. Which prompts Lisa to say, you know, it's actually not your show. It's my show, okay? And I put your ass on it.
Yep.
So don't be fucking disrespectful to me.
Yep.
Listen.
Did he really say
He literally said
to
my
Lisa
show.
Vanderpump
Who's an executive producer.
of Vanderpump Rules that this makes so much sense. Of course, it's his show. Everything. He's the main character of the world.
Yeah, he's the number one guy in this group.
He's got main character syndrome. That's for fucking
Yeah.
sure. Jesus Christ. Okay, go back to Lisa roasting the hell out
So
of him.
Lisa continues to say, listen, stop making yourself feel more special than you are.
Good.
We are all human beings. We are all going to lose people. We are all going to fall in love. We're all going to have great places. We're all going to fuck up. Stop being depressed on yourself. We're all going to lose our parents. We're all going to go through tragedy because that's what life's about. So you're going to deal with it. You've got a beautiful woman. You've got every chance in life. Now pull it together, go see somebody, talk to them, and realize how lucky you are. End of fucking story.
Damn, yes.
And that's how this season ends.
I love that.
Yeah.
I am not pro assault, but I just wanted to slap him so many times.
Fair.
Don't do it.
Don't do
just
it.
have a Scrubs type mind cutaway scene where you imagine it happened and nothing actually happened.
Yep.
Get it, Lisa.
Yeah.
Fucking I want her to passive aggressively get him off the show.
Okay. We have to talk about some things then.
Okay.
We have a reckoning at the end of the season, basically.
Okay.
Brett and Max are both fired for past racist tweets.
Get him out.
Yeah. The tweets were already kind of, as the show was airing, it was kind of coming out. and Bravo cut their airtime.
Good.
Yeah. Then another thing happens. Faith talks about how back when she was working at SUR, Stassi, during a podcast, was bragging about how there was a suspected robber of a Grand Theft Auto
Okay.
taking a car in West Hollywood that vaguely matched Faith's description, black woman. So Stassi on her podcast went and bragged about calling the cops and telling them that it was Faith who did it.
Jesus Christ.
And she mentions how Kristen was also in on that. They both called the cops.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Pieces of shit.
Right. So this prompts Stassi and Kristen to be fired as well.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
This also means that Beau is not on the show as well.
Yep. He's attached to Stassi.
Yep.
Well, geez, Stassi, you don't get your big Bravo wedding, do ya?
Right? No. And then Jax and Brittany are also kind of given the choice, either we're going to fire you or you'll leave.
Oh.
So they leave. And they're like, it was our decision.
Uh-huh. You were leaving or you were leaving, so you decided to leave.
Yeah, basically.
For also being racist?
Yeah, and just like Jax's overwhelming like
awfulness.
Ignorance towards things.
You can't call it ignorance at this point. He's It's willful ignorance at best.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's just overt malice at worst.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good. That makes me happy. What a great note to end it on. Oh my God. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
So basically all we're left with all we're left with is James, Raquel, Lala, Ariana and Sandoval, Lisa, of course, Schwartz and Katie, Sheena and Charlie.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The rest can get fucked. That's beautiful. 10 out of 10. The show might be bearable now, maybe. Oh, yeah. Where's Billy?
Yeah, Billy's not in this season. Billy left.
Okay.
Because of the transphobic environment she was in.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad Billy and Faith moved on to surely bigger and better things where they're not constantly getting abused by shitty white people who are all copy-paste, boring-ass blonde bitches. Not that there's anything wrong with blondes, just these ones.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds like a great place to leave it off.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. I'm thrilled that
Taylor's happy.
I'm happy now. So yay. I've never ended one of these so glad. We'll be back next Monday.
I think what we're going to do, because we only have one season of Vanderpump left, and I have to purchase it. So we might do a season of Riverdale.
Oh, God. You guys voted for Riverdale, so we will do it. But it is not actually reality television, and this is a reality TV podcast. So I think what we're going to do is just do, like, intermittent Riverdale episodes. Every now and then. We'll do one next week and then go into another reality show.
I think we'll do Selling Sunset then.
Cool. We'll just pop in Riverdale as like little tasters every now and then because this is a reality show podcast, but we do want to honor what you guys voted for.
Yeah.
So anyway, we will see you guys next week. Thanks so much for listening. Follow us on all of the social medias, either at Much Ado Some Shit or Much Ado About Some Shit.
Yeah. If you want, join our Patreon. Shout out to patron Emma.
Woo. Thanks so much for listening, guys.
Yes.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.